Hello and welcome back to Automation. After last week's video that was mostly focused on JDMs, I've decided to come back to this topic in Automation too. So today we are going to build something that's 100% Japanese, but also it will not be anything like I built before, so it will be completely new, idea really. At least for me that is. Because I haven't really built any key car up until now, and today I am going to change that. The body I've picked is, well, based on a Kia car, I think. I am not sure though, correct me if I'm wrong, or if you have any other idea what could be it taken from. Yeah, anyway, moving forward, there are a few rules I am going to apply to this build, that is in terms of the engine mostly, because we are going for 660cc and at max I think it will be 64 horsepower. As you know, these cars are not really known for big engines or a lot of having a lot of power really. They are meant to be small, compact and, well, quite cheap vehicles. That's a fun thing. We can make it a mid-longitudinal engine placement. That could be a fun idea for a rally build. But I might come back to it when we will be having new transmissions in Automation. So after next update I think, or at least when it will be in open beta. Because right now it is not yet. And I don't think there's any release date. Okay, we are going with front transverse engine placement, because I don't think we will fit any engine longitudinally here, sorry. And for the suspension we are going with McPherson strut and torsion beam in the rear. I am not really sure what type of engines these cars have, really. I don't know if they are inline 2s maybe, or inline 3s. 3-cylinder engine for that small of a car is quite excessive, I think, but, well, this is the minimum engine size we can go with in Automation, so we will be rolling with it. Also, I have enchanted this engine to be 666cc, so hopefully this type of magic spell will make this car a lot faster, cause as of now I don't think it will give us much fun driving in BeamNG. Just for fun, let's go with dual overhead cam and 4 valves per cylinder. Well, okay, so yeah, that is that. Well, cheap is the name of the game here, so yeah, let's move on. We'll be going with 10:1 compression and nothing will be changed here for now. RPM limit, I'm not sure, let's set it at 7000 for now. It is said that these types of cars are always set with, well, the newest technology. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but let's go with it. So we will be going with direct injection, but go not per cylinder, but single. And for the intake manifold, let's go with standard low. Manifold size not changed yet. We don't need too much octane in there. And we will be likely running very lean fuel. I wonder how it will look with headers on. Okay, this is not that bad. But at all, okay. This pipe is huge compared to the engine, and it is only, what? 50 millimeters is like 5 centimeters, right? So yeah, that's your scale comparison. This pipe is not that big, and compared to the engine it looks huge. I don't know what we will be going here or now. Even 1.2 centimeters in diameter is a lot for this engine, at least it looks like it. Oh well. That is fun. I was trying out mufflers and how they sound in Automation, and, well, they sound literally the same on this engine for some reason. Doesn't matter what you pick here, the engine sounds the same. Let me show you. Yeah, so we are on baffled now. And now let's go back and change it to straight through. Nothing has changed. It is literally the same. It looks like we have a lot of space to improve our engine. As you can see, the exhaust is still restrictive, and I made it twice as big as it was before. Well, it doesn't give us that much, but let's stay like this, and well, let me tune this engine a bit, and I will show you what can I make of it. All I can say is I guess we are not getting at the 64 horsepower I was talking about, unless we change the engine parts to something more, well, unreasonable, really. How the engine looks with this type of intake. I don't know. I'm not really feeling this. Maybe standard mid. Well, it gives us a little bit more power. Okay, this does not look that bad anymore. Well, maybe it does, but doesn't matter. We are building a very small, very light car anyway. We don't need a lot of power there. And look at that, we are on 66.6 Newton meters of torque. That's very nice and fitting to the engine. Anyway, I fiddled with it for a bit, and well, let me show you what I did here. Compression is up to 11.5, no turbocharger. Fuel system is a direct injection still, it is on standard mid intake. The fuel is basically unchanged. And the exhaust does not differ much. Maybe... Okay, this does give us a lot of power, but we are losing the 66.6 Newton meters of torque. I think that's an acceptable trade-off, and we are going to stay on cast low header. In terms of body molding, there is not really much to change. Okay, we can make it a lot longer. But no, this is not the point. I am going to keep this car as boxy as it gets. I might give it a bit of fenders. I don't know, we will see. Yeah, I know not all key cars are boxy, but I guess it is stereotypical view on them. And yeah, I am going to keep it like that. I believe it was Suzuki Cappuccino. It is also a key car, and it is, well, an example of a car that is not boxy at all, and it is still considered a key car. I don't know, maybe it's only me, but always when somebody is talking about a key car, I have this picture of a boxy, small Japanese car in my mind. I don't know, maybe I am just strange like that. I just placed the headlights and I've already managed to make it look like, well, it's cursed. This one is very, very angry looking, that much I can say. This is very questionable design, even for my, well, standards, if you can, well, say that about them. Okay, I somehow made it even worse. Now it looks like it was, I don't know, trying to be mean to you all the time. Like it was aware how shitboxy it was, and it was laughing at you while you are driving it. I guess I should just move on and add some minor pieces to this, well, mean beast. Let's start with some mirrors that would fit in there. Yeah, I found nicely fitting mirrors that are covering full in this, well, big side glass panel that I didn't like at all. Also, I felt like adding some definition to the side, so there's this plastic strip that is, well, supposed to protect your doors and, well, side panels from scratching. Yeah, I guess the only thing missing here is the antenna, and we can do the rear end. Hopefully it won't be as cursed as this thing here. I guess that's kind of a recurring pattern for my builds, that they are getting even more cringy and cursed. I don't know if I should be happy about it or just change it all the way and do something that's, well, at least looking fairly normal. I didn't like the rear oval brake lights, so I went with something like that, and I decided to move them down there. This is nice, well, definition piece, really. I could just turn them off to not give any light in any way. No, I will just keep them as brake lights down there. And here I am looking for a piece that could define our hatch. Because yeah, this is the third door of our car, this whole piece, like you can see. I feel like the rear end is basically done. The exhaust here, the defining pieces are there. But I also feel like this is not modern enough, and this is a 2018 build, so I don't know what I could give it to make it look more modernish. Let me try a few things out. Remember what I did on the front with this small light strip here? I was thinking about doing the same thing on the rear, but making them a reverse light. I wonder how it will look like. Definitely it will not be cursed. Nothing in this build is cursed at all. It is fairly easy to change these well, indicators into reverse lights. You just press this button a few times till you get the light type you want, and then you change the type of glass that it uses. I might have miscalculated a bit. It does not look more modern at all. But I guess we are staying like that, cause why the heck not? And, well, I am thinking if I should make this car an interior. I don't know, really. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I haven't done an interior for a car for a while now, so let's consider it a warm-up. Yeah, I decided to give it a older looking dashboard, and the other parts of the interior will be modern. Also, there will be only 2 seats in this one. Okay, I think we are done with the design. It is fairly simple, just some seats, as I said. Retro-looking dashboard, modern steering wheel, not much else, just something pleasant to look from the outside, as these windows are going to be kept transparent. I guess the only thing left to do here is to pick some wheels and to, well, tune it a bit. With the wheels set, we are off to the tuning. I am going to give it a advanced automatic gearbox, 5 gear, and top speed. It says we will go up to 150. That is quite optimistic. Let's set it with quite a long ratio at 180 kilometers per hour. And here we can make it shorter on the first gears and long on the last gears, so the cruising RPM will be quite low. I know it doesn't matter in this game, cause we are not going to, well, make it an eco build anyway, but still, let's roll with that just for funs of it. Offset on these wheels will be massive, cause, well, they are narrow, so yeah, I am not going to make them wider. And right now we are moving to brakes, nothing much here needed. Let's see these brakes. Oh, they are very, very, very small. I guess 245s should be fine. Same in the rear for the looks. And more of a comfort pad type. Okay, let me run you through what I've picked from aerodynamics. Well, there's nothing, interior is quite basic, and driving aids we are with electric variable steering aid and traction control and ABS. Not like we need any traction control in there, but hey, it will be quite modern, and well, basically every modern car has this type of aids. Also, as I can see, it is very heavy for what it is. It is not really a key car. Let me fix that. Well, changing settings on interior doesn't do much. I guess we are staying like this. So just under 1100 kilos. Well, We won't be moving fast, that is for sure, and that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, anyway, this car is very cheap according to Automation, and well, it looks quite modernish, I don't know, it might look like it came from 2015 or something around that. Yeah, I guess we are done here with this design, and right now we should move on to BeamNG.drive and try it out there. So, see you in a bit. I must admit, this car is not as small as well, you would think it is. Just look at it. This is, well, of comparable size, and remember, this one on the right is, well, huge muscle car, really. I believe I picked one of the biggest muscle bodies that was available at time for this build. And this one, where it is supposed to be a kicker body. It is quite tall, that is natural, I guess. Maybe it is a bit less wide. I don't know. Anyway, this is the time to try this out. I think I left it on a straight through pipe, cause... Okay, it won't run. Let me reset it. Yeah, now it runs. Okay, yeah, as you can see, it is quite loud. I don't know what it is with this backfire. I guess I gave it a bit richer fuel mixture. I've been driving it around for a bit, and it is as slow as you would expect it to be. But, well, at least it's moving. Also, well, the traction control on it is completely unnecessary. One thing I wanted to do with it was giving it a rear-wheel drive, but I think for that to work I would need to make the engine longitudinal, not transverse, and, well, not much will fit in this engine bay. Let me show you somehow. Not much to see here. It is so small. Yeah, this is one of the cars I would come back later on and change it, well, quite a lot, really. As you remember, we could place the engine in the middle of this one, and then we would be able to make it all-wheel drive, I think. That could be a fun build. I might do it, but I am not sure when. Right now I think we should move on to drag strip and race it off against one of my older, weaker builds, so it stands a chance. Maybe it is faster than it. Yeah. I must admit, it slides quite well and it's quite controllable. The only opponent we could race here is, well, at least I think so, is the Polones. It is similarly weighted. This one is around 1100 kilos. Polones is the same, and I believe they have similar power. This one has 50 horsepower and the Polones has, I don't know, around 60 or 70. So it might be a good run. A bit late start from my side. Okay, now I completely borked it. I guess we have to try it again. Cause he left us far behind. Yeah. That was very slow, and only 65 miles per hour, or 105 kilometers. Okay, let's go again. This time I am not manually shifting, but, well, still we are left far behind. If you looked closely at the Polones and this one, the size comparison is also quite curious. Because Polones is not the smallest car, the body of it in this game, in Automation, is not the smallest, and still it looks, well, small compared to our key car. So I guess the mod I used for this key car build is quite strange. And the body is bigger than it should be. It's more of a van-like. I don't know. I think we can end this video here. I just want you to remember this front end, imprint it into your mind, so you can dream of it in your worst nightmares. Okay, yeah. That will be all, so thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and stay tuned for more. Bye.